Bless you, boys! What a game!
Wins the game.
Ben Big Pappy has given the Leafs the lead! This time we're gonna finish the job!
This is huge for the Toronto Maple Leafs as they win a big game in overtime against the St. Louis Blues 3-2 with an incredible overtime winner and tuck from William Nylander. And this will make Leaf fans feel a little bit better. There isn't too much to celebrate in this one, I have to be honest and candid to start. But we're going to get into it. The overtime goal was unbelievable. The Leafs win a game, but it was against the St. Louis Blues. We'll get into it. But the boys are back in the win column. No 6-game losing streak. I could have already seen the headlines tomorrow morning. There's no 6-game losing streak happening here in Toronto. Back in the win column, and they needed this one badly. They needed this one. And I'll make this bigger for you guys here. We got the box score. We got the impact score chart. We got a few other things. I mean, we could start with the tuck. This was nasty. Great work from John Tavares. I'll get to the chat in a second. Nice to see everybody back here. Michael, I remember you from this morning. And Profit, of course. Lit Gaming. Nice to see you, everybody. But this was a fantastic tuck from William Nylander. And it wasn't just Nylander's work. I mean, it's a fantastic move. Then he outweights Binnington. He tucks it in the back of the net. John Tavares on that goal. Ladies and gentlemen, John Tavares with incredible work to pin the puck, to allow his line mates to change, his teammates, I should say, to change, to bring on a couple guys. He pins it in the corner. He wins the battle against 3 guys. Puck comes over to Nylander. Nice toe drag. Tucks it in the back of the net, and the Leafs win 3-2. You can feel good about that one. You can. Now, the Blues have only won 6 games this season in their first 20. So they're not off to a hot start whatsoever either. I mean, in fact, they might be selling off at this point. So, you got to celebrate any win that you get at this point, considering how the season has gone. So that's a great overtime winner. And that's where the talent shines through. Guys like Nylander, guys like Tavares. Nye's obviously not in the lineup tonight, and we can talk about that a little bit. But if you look at obviously the box score for tonight, you get Lorentz on the board. You got Jake McCabe on the board. You're getting some offense from your back end, which is something that we've been talking about. OEL with another assist tonight. And then, some interesting time on ices as well, which I thought was interesting, but good stuff for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'll pop this up on screen as well. We got the impact score chart. I'll get to the chat in just a second as well, I promise, guys. I'll get to some of your comments, so keep them flooding in here, your thoughts and even concerns right now. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen, pretty insane stuff so far this season. I feel like it's been a weird year for injuries for some of the teams at the top of the division. I mean, the Bruins are back at the top of the Atlantic. Insane stuff in Detroit also in second. You got Montreal hanging around there at third. So it's been just a weird year. Injuries, coaches taking leaves. It's crazy. It's crazy so far. But you can see this. OEL has been awesome. I think he's been like one of the best acquisitions that they've made consistently over the past 2 years. He's been awesome. Troy Stecher in his first game, no negative impact, ladies and gentlemen. Troy Stecher in his first game as a Toronto Maple Leaf, 0 negative impact when talking about advanced analytics, and of course this model specifically. 0 negative impact. I thought he had a good game. I noticed in the first period specifically, he was moving the puck. And he drew the first penalty, and I know, you don't score on it, the power play, but he draws the first penalty because he's hard on his stick, right? He's playing hard. So that was a welcome change as well. So that was really, really good. So love to see that. And then Morgan Riley near the top against Sammy Blais. I mean, like, as you get, some of the rankings are weird because you might have more positive impact, but you're only playing like 8 minutes, 9 minutes a night, stuff like that. But Stecher was great. So Cat Video Guy, hey guys, here from Edmonton, go Oilers. Hey, Cat Video Guy, welcome in. Appreciate you tuning into this. But pretty good stuff there. But like Gaming saying, oh my God, they finally won. First time in 5 games. Profit, wake up, the boys are back. Unreal move by Willie. Got huge props to JT doing the work in the corner against 3 guys and winning the battle. Only watched the last few minutes of the game. What happened to Matthew Nyes? Matthew Nyes is out with as I hit the wrong button there, is out with a lower body injury. They didn't disclose if he's going to be out long term. I would imagine Berube is going to have something to say. I'm actually going to pull up Twitter to see if we get any quotes. I don't think they would come up yet. I don't know if he's speaking to the media yet, but I'm sure we'll get something going in a few minutes. But yeah, he didn't leave the game. He did not play tonight with a lower body injury. So didn't play. And the injury list, which I want to bring up as well. Also, this was the first time since November, by the way, November 1st, that the Leafs surrendered less than 3 goals in a game. So that is a winning formula. Unfortunately, it was against St. Louis. So, but this is something you can build off of. I think you have to use these opportunities in a season to build off of it and get to work. So I'm going to bring up the injuries for you guys here because the list is extensive. So the Maple Leafs injury list right now includes Chris Tanev, which we knew, Scott Laughton, Austin Matthews, Anthony Stolarz, Brandon Carlo, Nick Waugh, who was announced this morning, if you guys missed it. He's missing possibly a few games at this point, definitely tonight, and Matthew Knies now at this point. So they're in tough. Like, if you're excluding a goalie, you got 6 guys out. You got 6 regular skaters out with injury right now. So Knies missed tonight's game with a lower body injury. And shout out Blake Sim. You've been here for so long. Appreciate the support with the $2 donation. Appreciate that. We'll get the super chat, the super Matthews going for you here. But that is the injury list right now. They are, and Sammy Blais, I believe, also, that's a good point from Devin, either left the game or Berube said, you're not playing anymore. So, because I noticed that with the some of the time on ice as well. I believe I saw he only played like a handful of minutes. I don't think he played that much. Yeah, he played 6 minutes, I believe, I'm seeing there. So didn't play that much either. And the lines were all absolutely messed up tonight. So, and they didn't even finish with the same lines. They, were rotating a bunch. Also, Nick Waugh out with an upper body injury. Scott Laughton's out with an upper body injury. Brandon Carlo is a lower body. Austin Matthews is lower body. Anthony Stolarz is an upper body injury. And then you got Matthew Knies' lower body injury. And a lot of the statuses are unclear. So timeline's unknown for Carlo. Timeline's unknown for Tanev. Timeline's unknown for Austin Matthews, which is crazy. Matthews could potentially play this Saturday, though. We know he's unlikely. We know he didn't play tonight, and we know he's unlikely for Thursday. And in terms of Laughton and Waugh, they just wouldn't play today. That's the latest we have on that. So those are your updates. Sammy Blais said they said he's hurt. I'm going to try and look that up now as well. But shout out to Josh, and I saw you this morning. And yes, here we are. We're live post-game. I'm going to bring up the, I'm going to see what's up with Sammy Blais. If we have anything on that right now, I'll check for you guys. But what else do we got going here? The injury list made me so worried going to this game. Yeah. And then Knies was surprised. They only announced Knies was not playing at 6 o'clock Eastern. And obviously the game started at 7. So that is a crazy one. Sammy Blais also had an assist tonight, by the way, on Steven Lorenz's goal with Michelli on the ice. So that line got to work, which was funny. But had an assist tonight. And I think left the game shortly thereafter, I believe. Also, the Maple Leafs, in terms of shots, I'm going to have to pull this up as well. I wanted to make a point about this because we've been seeing the Leafs get outshot heavily lately. And that was not the case tonight. I'm trying to find the totals for you guys. I don't know why they're hiding it. But they've been getting outshot a lot lately, and this game was actually tied, 29 shots each. So it's better in terms of you're not giving up a bunch of shots and you're not getting like 15 shots a game. So it's better in that regard, but holy smokes. Commentator said he got hurt and left the game. All right. That is the latest on Sammy Blais. Profit, in terms of the timeline on players who were out tonight. I'll bring it right back up again and give you some definite timelines. But based on what we've heard this morning as well. So you have Chris Tanev out. I'll go one by one. You have Chris Tanev out right now. He's actually been put on LTIR. So he's out a while. It's obviously retroactive, but he's out a while. Still, I think that would be at least a week and a half at this point. If not longer, of course. So he's out. No timeline for his return. That is worrisome. Scott Laughton could be back soon. Could be back this week. He needs to practice. He has been on the ice. He has a no contact jersey on now, or sorry, he's shedded the no contact jersey, so he's back skating regularly again. So he could be back at some point this week. He could possibly play in Montreal. Same with Austin Matthews, no timeline, but he could possibly play in Montreal. Anthony Stolarz, there's no timeline for his return, which is crazy. Brandon Carlo, there was no timeline for his return. Both of them are out indefinitely. Nick Waugh could return this week. This is just based on like what they were saying in the language from Brad Treliving and Craig Berube. Nick Waugh could play probably at some point later this week. Matthew Knies just missed tonight's game with a lower body injury. Status is unknown, and it's new because it was just announced before the game. So that's the latest on the injuries, guys, and what's happening. But they've been hit hard. I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was 2022, November 2022, when Mac Holloway was playing in the lineup. They were absolutely depleted as well. They were dealing with a lot of injuries. So pretty interesting stuff for sure. Just waiting for Craig Berube's comments post game. Not just Berube, but some of the players. Nylander is now speaking to the media, and Nylander says that he scored 2 goals tonight. And you see, that's funny because he scored on his own net. Nylander, yeah, Prophet, it is concerning that there's so many undefined timelines. But Nylander post-game comments, he said he scored 2 goals tonight. I thought that was pretty funny. Who was the player of the game for you guys tonight? Was it Nylander? I want to see it in the chat for all of you who are in here. Was the player of the game William Nylander for you tonight? I might give it to him just for the overtime winner because he took over the game in that moment. I mean, John Tavares got to be close there as well. But I thought, Joe Woll playing pretty well as well, so that's good. Pretty good stuff. I thought Stetcher played good tonight. Free Willy. I wanted to bring this up as well, actually. So here's the impact score chart. Troy Stetcher, 0 negative impact. 0 negative impact tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He had a almost flawless game, if you want to put it that way. A tough game for Simone Benoit, by the way. But Joseph Woll for a star. We got JT and Woll. Stetcher, Woll, and Willie. That's definitely, I mean, those are the 3 stars. That's for sure. Tonight's game. Woll's been good. And I was, not that I was expecting him to come in and like be really poor, but I was expecting some rust. I mean, it's tough to, look what happened to Jeremy Swayman last year because he missed training camp. I was expecting something like that. So Lorentz has been good. I think Lorentz, if you really watch him every night, he just does what he has to do. Honestly, like, I know you don't notice him every night because he's not, scoring the goals and he doesn't make that much money, or as much money as the top guys, but he puts in the work every night. He does. I feel like he's one of the guys that works really hard. Stephen Lorentz said that the Leafs bench was joking about William Nylander having 2 goals tonight. Joseph Woll added post-game that it was all good since Nylander evened it out with the overtime game winner. And that is from Anna Dua of Sportsnet. Pretty funny. See, this is something to build off of. And thank goodness Woll is good to go as well. I'm just going to pop this up here. You can hang this in. This should go in a museum. Woll made some beauty saves tonight for sure. Has looked good in his first 2. I'm impressed. And the goal that they lost off of in Chicago, like, I think Chicago is a much better game as well. Let's not, I keep saying, oh, it's St. Louis and stuff like that. And they've only, they only have 6 wins in their first 20 of the season. They've been really poor as well. But, when you look at the Chicago game on Saturday, they played better, right? Like, when you're looking at the large sample size of the last, 3 weeks where they haven't been playing well, the Chicago game, they played a lot better. So something to build off of. You build off that one. You build off of a win here. Some of the guys are making jokes in the dressing room now. The mood is a little bit lighter. See what you can do on Thursday. See what you can do on Saturday against the Habs team that, isn't as hot as they were to start the season. So, and they lose last night in a shootout in Columbus. So, see what you can do against the Habs as well. And then then they're on the road for a while as well. So I think that could actually help them get away from Toronto, go on the road, some bonding stuff. Thomas Caberlet was saying last week that they all need to get drunk. Cool, man. If that's what you think is going to help, you can do that on the road. So go ahead and do that. If it helps, it helps. If it works, it works. Do it. But I thought that was pretty funny as well. Official 3 stars are William Nylander, Joseph Woll, and John Tavares. Makes perfect sense to me. And profit, yes, thank goodness that Joseph Woll is back. Joseph Woll is back and playing very well. Playing very well. I think we're going to wrap it up here soon. If everyone wants to throw their 3 stars of the night, doesn't have to be the official ones, but who they thought were their 3 stars of the night, or just simply player of the game. For the game tonight, the Leafs are back in the win column. After losing 5 in a row, they played a St. Louis team that has only won 6 games of their first 20 this season, with a basically AHL squad. In terms of injuries, a lot of unknowns and a lot of, undisclosed timelines and stuff like that. So we will see how that plays out. But hopefully they get a couple guys back this weekend. Matthews, Treliving said that he's probably not playing Thursday. Beyond that, he's not entirely sure. So we'll see what happens. But that'd be nice if they get him back against Montreal. And then, of course, Anthony Stolarz, take your time with that guy. He's played a lot of hockey already to start the year. And they have Joseph Woll right now, so that's good. Hildeby's actually played very well as well. So, I'm not too worried in terms of that specifically. But, this is something to build off of. And the guys were joking in the room, which is good stuff. So, got Josh saying William Nylander, Steven Lorentz, and Joseph Woll. Joseph Woll was very good. I wish they had some advanced analytics for goaltenders here too as well. So Simone Benoit with a tough night. Kelly Yarncroke hit the post on the power play. I thought that was good too. Nick Robertson was kind of moved down as well throughout the game. Easton Cowan just continues to do his thing, nothing crazy. And Max Domi with a great rush in the first period. I thought that was great. No real crazy performances tonight, but obviously Nylander, but a lot to, I think, build off of in this game, which was good. So Mark saying Willie, Johnny, and Woll, definitely agree with there. I think that, Nick is Nick is busy with, he's still in the videos, but Nick's busy with some of the winter stuff for the Blue Jays. Obviously a busy season for the Blue Jays, and Bo Bichette just turned down, kind of expected, their qualifying offer today, which means if he does end up leaving, that the Jays can actually get a comp pick, a comp draft pick, which is whatever. It's just their, the team doing their due diligence. Him turning it down means nothing. He's gonna sign his deal. He's gonna make his money whether it's here or not. But I think he wants to, stay in Toronto. So that'll be nice to see. But thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back with another video tomorrow. Nick will be back. We'll have some updates for you guys. I'm sure we're going to know more with Bo is not going to the Dodgers. Come on, let's be serious now. It's either the Yankees or the Jays. But we'll be back with another video tomorrow, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you all enjoyed the Leafs win tonight. Hopefully they can build off of that on Thursday as well. I believe they play the Columbus Blue Jackets. It could be incorrect, but I think it's the Columbus Blue Jackets. And then Saturday against the Montreal Canadiens. Just pulling it up here. Yes, the Blue Jackets at home. That could be a nice little revenge game for the Leafs. You got the Canadiens, and then you go on the road for quite a while. A couple weeks there. So that could be good. If you can build off of a couple wins here starting tonight, you can, I think you can string some together on the road, getting away from Toronto as well. So that'll be interesting to see what they do with that opportunity. So I feel a lot of confidence with Chris Tanev on the ice. I feel like the Leafs play a lot taller with Chris Tanev on the ice. So hopefully he returns soon. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back with another video tomorrow. Lots of updates to go over with the Leafs. Lots to talk about. Still stuff to dissect from Brad Treliving's press conference today. But Leafs pick up a big win against St. Louis. Another game on Thursday against Columbus. Saturday against Montreal. And you go on the road. It's in Montreal on Saturday. So then you start a road trip. 5-game road trip. So we'll see if they can build off that. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Digest your daily dose of gold. Stories of the bold where legends are told. From first pop drop to the season's full. Tune in and watch the drama unfold.